Hello all, today we will be discussing the answers for day 12 of our 30 days revision plan. We will move on to the first question. Rajaram Mohan Roy played a key role in setting up which of the following organizations? Calcutta Anushilin Samiti, Prarthana Samaj, Hindu College of Calcutta. Select the correct answer using the code given below. So the options, the first one, Calcutta Anushilin Samiti. It is an organization related to revolutionary terrorism. Rajaram Mohan Roy will not be associated with such an organization. So one will be wrong. And also Prarthana Samaj and Hindu College of Calcutta. Rajaram Mohan Roy lived during the late 18th century and early 19th century. But Prarthana Samaj was founded during the late 18th century, after 1850s, by about 1867. Rajaram Mohan Roy was not alive when Prarthana Samaj was formed. So 1 and 2 will not be the correct choice. So any options which contains 1 and 2 will be wrong. So option C, 3 only, Hindu College of Calcutta, is the only correct answer. So question 1, option C is the answer. Second question, consider the following statements about Lucknow Pact. It was signed between moderates and extremists, putting an end to the split in Indian National Congress. Joint demands for constitutional reforms were raised to the British government under the agreement. We know that the Lucknow session of Indian National Congress in 1916 was a landmark session. It was a landmark session because of the Lucknow Pact. Lucknow Pact was something which brought INC and Muslim League together. So the pact was signed between INC and Muslim League and not between moderates and extremists. Extremists came back to the INC fold during this session, but Lucknow Pact was between INC and Muslim League. So first statement is correct. First statement is incorrect, and second statement is correct. Joint demands for constitutional reforms were held in this period. So second question, option B is the answer. Let's move on to the third question. Consider the following pairs: leaders and organizations founded by them. This is a common question which is asked in most of the UPSC prelims papers. Recently, there are many questions related to organizations founded by major national leaders. So there were three options: Veerasalingam Pandulu, Rajamundry Social Reform Association, Subramania Iyer, Madras Mahajana Sabha, M.G. Ranade, Indian National Social Conference. Which of the above is or are correctly matched? Veerasalingam Pandulu is a major social reformer. His works were mainly concentrated on the women empowerment. So this organization, Rajamundry Social Reform Association, was associated with the empowerment of women, advocating for widows remarriage and all. So this was mainly organized in and around the Madras province. Veerasalingam Pandulu is in Andhra, and the place Rajamundry is in Andhra as well. So you can guess it by that way also. First one is correct. Second and third are direct, and it is mentioned in Spectrum textbooks as well. Subramania Iyer is a part of Madras Mahajana Sabha. M.G. Ranade is the founder of Indian National Social Conference, which later became the social reform wing of Indian National Congress. So all the options are correct. Third question. Let's move on to fourth question. Who among the following freedom fighters wrote the book Wake Up India, A Plea for Social Reform? Madam Bikaji Kama, Dadabhai Naoroji, Annie Besant, Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Four options are given, out of which we need to pick one. Even though we have not heard about this, some options can be eliminated. First option, Madam Bikaji Kama, can be eliminated because she is known for her revolutionary activities or more extremist kind of activity abroad India. Okay. But the book is stating about something related to social reforms. So the first option, option A, will be definitely incorrect. And also Dadabhai Naoroji, he concentrated mainly on moderate activities. He was a moderate leader, and also his activities concentrated mainly on the economic drain of wealth. So this work was not related to that. This work was more related to social reforms. So option A and option B can be definitely eliminated. Out of the two remaining options, choose one. If you get it to 50-50, you have to attempt those questions. so that your probability to get more correct answers will be increased. Annie Besant had actually written many lectures related under the name Wake Up India, a plea for social reforms. This was based on her speech in Madras during the 1910s. So, fourth question, option C is the answer. Fifth question, arrange the following historical events in chronological order. Formation of Indian National Congress, appointment of Strachey Commission, passing of Ilbert Bill, passing of the first Indian Factory Act. When you go through the spectrum textbooks, you will find the order of governor generals. In that order, before the formation of INC, the two preceding governor generals were Lord Lytton and Lord Ripon. Lord Lytton came first, then Lord Ripon came, and then came Lord Dufferin. So these three were the orders of order of governor or chronological order of governor generals, out of which Lord Lytton was known for his repressive acts, but Lord Lytton was known for his repressive acts, whereas Lord Ripon was more benevolent to Indian society. Lord Lytton was the Governor General of India during 1870s, and he continued to the 1880s. So, out of these four options, the appointment of Strachey Commission or the Flood Commission. This happened during the 1875 and 76. So the Flood Commission was appointed by the Lord Lytton. So first event will be that one. And again, passing of the first Indian Factory Act also happened during that period. It was a kind of repressive act only. It did not give much rights to workers and all. First Indian Factory Act was passed during 1881. Okay, first order is option statement 2, then came statement 4. By using that itself, you can reach the answer option D. Then came passing of the Ilbert Bill. Ilbert Bill happened during the reign of Lord Ripon, and then came Lord Dufferin, during which INC got formed in 1885. So that is order 2, 4, 3, 1. Option D. Fifth question, option D. Sixth question, Mahatma Gandhi has adopted several socio-economic welfare programs for the benefit of masses. Which among the following is or are included under it? Work for the welfare of Harijans, village reconstruction programs, promotion of Khadi, promotion of large-scale industrialization. Out of the four options, we can directly come to the conclusion that statement 3 is correct, promotion of Khadi. So that leaves option C eliminated. Now we will look at the statement 1, work for the welfare of Harijans. That will also be there because there is a formation of Harijan Sevak Sangh under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. So working for the welfare of Harijans was a part of Mahatma Gandhi's work. So 1 will be there, 3 will be there. So only two options are there that correspond to that one, option B and option D. So 1, 2 and 3 or all of the above. So anyway, option 2, statement 2 will be correct. So we will look at the fourth one, promotion of large scale industrialization. The type of industries or the type of ideas which Mahatma Gandhi promoted was self-reliance and the promotion of cottage based industries. It is not corresponding with large scale industrialization. So 1, 2 and 3, option B will be the answer for sixth question. So let's move on to the question number 7. Consider the following statements. Bal Gangadhar Tilak strived for self-rule in India, comprising of a government constituted by the Indians themselves. He opposed the 1890 Age of Consent Bill, which aimed to raise the age of consummation of marriage of girls from 10 to 12 years. He organized Deccan Education Society to teach nationalist ideas based on Indian culture. Bal Gangadhar Tilak was a famous extremist leader. He came into prominence during the end of 19th century and the beginning of 20th century. His ideas were more based on self-rule constituted by the government, having the Indians as the forefront. So statement 1 will be definitely correct. Statement 3 is also correct. That is quite factual because it's saying about Deccan Education Society. Deccan Education Society is organized by Bal Gangadhar Tilak and some of the other nationalist leaders as well. 1 and 3 are definitely correct. And second statement, he opposed the 1890 age of consent bill. Even though Tilak was extremist, Tilak's ideas were based on self-rule and other progressive things, but his ideas or some thoughts were quite narrowish. Unlike the social reformers who were active during that period, Tilak had a more conservative approach. He actually opposed the practice of raising the marriage age of girls from 10 to 12 years during the 1890 age of consent bill. So all the statements are correct. Question number 7, option D is the answer. Question number 8. With respect to the development of local government in British India, consider the following statements. Rippon's resolution of 1882 proposed financial decentralization from provincial governments to local bodies. Royal Commission on Decentralization on 1908 emphasized that village panchayats should be entrusted with more powers. Simon Commission suggested that provincial control over local bodies should be further reduced. First statement is saying about Rippon's resolution of 1882. It actually gave way for a financial decentralization from provincial governments to local bodies. That is correct. First form of decentralization came with Mayo's resolution, that was during 1870. That was from central to provincial, and this form of second stage of decentralization was from province to local bodies. So the Lord Ripon came to be known as a father of local bodies because of this resolution. First statement is correct. And the second statement is saying Royal Commission on Decentralization of 1908. So that happened after 1880. So that will be also correct. It emphasized that village panchayats should be entrusted with more powers. That is a very direct question, very direct statement. Royal Commission on Decentralization of 1908. It will definitely be saying about decentralization. Statement 2 is also correct. 1 and 2 are correct. But the third statement is actually in opposite. Simon Commission actually suggested to increase the provincial control over local bodies. So option A, 1 and 2 only is the answer. Question number 8, option A. Question number 9. With reference to the Shangri-La dialogue, consider the following statements. The inaugural session was held in 2016 to facilitate easy communication among the region's most important defense and security policymakers. Second statement, it is an example of track 2 diplomacy aimed to enhance the cooperation between nations. Shangri-La Dialogue is Asia's premier defense-related summit. Based on this Shangri-La Dialogue, India formed Raisina Dialogue during the 2015 and 16. So the adaptation of Raisina Dialogue was influenced by the excellent performance of Shangri-La Dialogue. So we know that Raisina Dialogue was incepted or begun during 2015 and early 2016. So the Shangri-La Dialogue will be formed before that itself. It was actually formed during the early 2000s, 2001 and 2002. So the first statement is incorrect. And the second statement, it is an example of track 2 diplomacy. Track 2 diplomacy actually involves non-governmental organizations at the forefront. But Shangri-La Dialogue and Raisina Dialogues, it involves the government as the major agency. So the second statement is also incorrect. So both the statements are incorrect. 9th question, option D. 10th question, with reference to the Global Hunger Index 2019, consider the following statements. India is ranked highest among the countries in South Asia. Share of wasting among children in India increased from 2014 to 18 in comparison to that of 2008 to 12. The first statement, there is a less probability that it will be correct, because there are many countries in South Asia that are significantly more progressive than India in the case of HDI. So the first statement, having the highest rank among South Asian countries, will be definitely wrong. First statement is incorrect. The second statement, we will think that based on our logic, we will think that it will be incorrect, because as the time goes on, the dream of hunger free world will be increased. but in this case, the share of wasting among children in India actually got increased from the time period during 2014 to 2018 in comparison to that of 2008 to 2012. So the second statement is correct. 10th question, option B is the answer. So that's it for today's discussion. If you have any doubts, please let us know in comments. Also, subscribe to the channel so that you will not miss any updates. Thank you.